When you really need help, the Salvation Army will tide you over, give you shelter, give you food, and help you get back on your feet.
The Salvation Army helps human beings all over the world.
I'd do anything in my power to try to help them out.
Some people's legacies are engraved on monuments, but yours can be written on lives. With careful planning, you can take care of your family and serve your community, and the Salvation Army can help.
Every year, we would get a charitable gift annuity with the Salvation Army. This helps me, it helps my daughter, and it helps the Army.
I chose to create an endowment for the Salvation Army.
It's one of the few major decisions I've ever made in my life I am completely comfortable with.
Welcome back. Well, we have Major Nursan Kiston here on behalf of the Salvation Army. Well, welcome. So nice to have you.
Lisa, it's great to be on your show.
I love it. And look at the enthusiasm and the accent. Man, you just want to take over the show.
No, I don't think I'm going to do that.
I'm sure they would all love to hear your voice. It's excellent. So tell me a little bit about the Salvation Army. We were having a little discussion prior about the differences between the military and the Salvation Army.
Well, the Salvation Army started in 1865 with William and Catherine Booth in the East End of London. And the Salvation Army just really decided that it needed to be a mission army. So it has parallels with the military army in terms of uniforms, titles and ranks. But we are on a mission to save lives and help people.
Right. Now, of course, I'm familiar with the Salvation Army because we donate.
Yes.
And so how else does the Salvation Army do things other than we donate and you provide?
Well, there's a multitude of things the Salvation Army does. One of the key things is that we meet human needs wherever it is, and in a variety of ways. So we run programs for women that have been trafficked, homeless, veterans who are homeless. We run places where when there's a crisis or a disaster across the United States, the Salvation Army is on the front line serving our first responders.
Okay.
So throughout the world, the Salvation Army serves wherever there are great needs.
So if there was a disaster of some sort, so you would be along the lines of the Red Cross?
Yes, we would. We, in fact, are often there with our emergency disaster service centers, and we're there serving when there is a flood or when there's a drought. Even with the wildfires, the Salvation Army is always on site. And we do by providing refreshments, nourishment, shelter, places for those who have lost their homes, their belongings. We help them through the journey and navigate through that time.
I don't think we really know that much about it, so I appreciate you telling us all the aspects of the Salvation Army, because I think many of us really don't know unless we have the need to actually be helped by the Salvation Army.
And we hope many people don't need the need for the Salvation Army, but as you and I both know, most people at some point in their life need the Salvation Army. And also our drug and alcohol rehabilitation facilities, where we help people in addiction. So there's, the Salvation Army has been around for 150 years in 134 countries around the world. So we continually have been helping people.
How did you get involved with the Salvation Army?
Oh, that is a great question. Well, I grew up in South Africa, found myself in Australia when I was 8 years of age, and my family ran through a difficult time. And someone said, "Do you know the Salvation Army can help you?" And so that was my very first introduction to the Salvation Army. And then later on in life, I realized that the Salvation Army gave purpose and meaning. And I wanted to really live a life that actually did something that brought purpose and meaning to other lives. And so that was my introduction, and then my reconnection with the Salvation Army late in life.
Wow, well, that is great. Well, thank you for being here. I know your time is probably very busy and valuable. So we have a workshop that's coming up, and this is free to attend, but I want you to explain to me why you put on workshops like this.
Well, there's three major reasons we put on workshops like that. The first reason is we know that many Americans don't plan really well for their final part of their retirement with their finances. So our estate planners are professional, they're certified. These are people that work alongside us to help many Americans actually work out how they're going to map out their estate. The tax complications are enormous for people, and they're only getting more and more complex. So the Salvation Army provides this service, and there's two byproducts of this. One is people who do estate planning can ensure that their gift or their money that they've worked so hard for can really accomplish what they aimed for it to do. Okay. So they want to leave estates to their families and their friends. They can do that, and the Salvation Army will facilitate it. But also as a byproduct of that, they can continually help the work of the Salvation Army.
Okay.
And the second thing is, we know most people want to leave legacy gifts. They don't want to just leave a legacy on a building or on an object. They want to leave a legacy in people's lives. And so we want to facilitate an opportunity for people to leave a legacy gift where their difference or their hard-earned income can have an everlasting impact.
Okay, excellent. So let's talk about the workshop, when it is and where it is. Looks like it's going to be on Friday, September 30th from 11:30 to 1:30 at the Marbella Country Club. So go through a little bit how the agenda looks.
Oh, okay. So as people will arrive, it's an information session. There's no hard sales or solicitation that will happen at that event. It will be an opportunity for people just to get some very good information. So they'll be welcome, there'll be some refreshments, and they will be an opportunity just to go through all of the options that people need to know about their estate, how they should plan for it, what they could do, options, how they could set it up, and then we'll talk about next steps.
Oh, okay, great. That's great. And it's at the Marbella Country Club, which isn't too far away. And how would they get tickets?
Well,
are there tickets needed?
There is. There's opportunity. It's selling out fast. You know, the first one that we have already scheduled at the Balboa Club, it's sold out.
Wow.
So it obviously tells us there is a desire and an interest, and this is a need. Exactly. The second one, you know what? Hurry up. I think it's already a third of it's already been sold out. And we've only just started advertising. Right. It's 11 miles from this location.
Right.
So it's easy to get to. Register online. If you don't know how to register online, you can give us a call and we will help you through the process.
All right, perfect. So they can call 800-298-6532 for more information about that.
Perfect.
All right, excellent. Well, anything I've missed?
Lisa, you have been great, and your viewers are great too, and I'm hoping we can help them, help others this time.
All right, thank you again.
Thank you.
And of course, if you want more information about the Salvation Army's workshop, you can call them at 1-800-298-6532. We'll be right back.
The Salvation Army presents a Lunch and Learn workshop protecting your family and increasing your income on September 30th at the Marbella Country Club. Call 1-800-298-6532 for more information or to register today.
Every year we would get a charitable gift annuity with the Salvation Army. This helps me, it helps my daughter, and it helps the Army. The Salvation Army will tide you over, give you shelter, give you food, and help you get back on your feet.